What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So I am interested in breaking down lots of the top 2022 high school recruits who are now going to be incoming freshmen at their respective teams during this off-season spring training period. And so I'll be starting a series on the channel to do just that. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the first player I want to cover, and that is Branson Robinson, the Georgia running back signee. So here's just a quick overview on what I see when I watch Robinson's film before we actually get into it. And the first thing is just his pure physicality. I mean, the dude is an elite level weightlifter, 600-something pounds squat. I'm pretty sure he has over a 400-pound bench press. He is an absurdly strong guy, especially at the running back spot. He is freakishly well built for someone coming out of high school, particularly at the running back spot, and he runs like it, you can tell. And that's only going to get even better when he gets into an SEC weight room and strength and conditioning program with the nutritionist they have. He's going to be a physical freak. People just bounce off of him when he runs. He is just clearly the more powerful athlete than almost everybody he goes up against at this point. And then the next big thing I see that is what really just takes him over the top is just, better than your average good power back is his acceleration. I think his acceleration is absolutely insane. How fast he gets up to speed at his size just doesn't make sense, and that's where his game gets super dangerous because somebody of his size moving that fast is super, super hard to tackle, especially at the second and third levels of the defense. You add in that he has a great pad level because he's not very tall, only around 5'10", and he just rips through arm tackles. If there's a small crease in the defense, he will just put his foot in the ground, accelerate through it, rip through arm tackles from linebackers. Safeties and corners have almost no hope of bringing him down. Now, that'll get a little bit better at the college level, or worse, depending on how you look at it. He won't just be able to rip through a bunch of linebackers, tackles, and safeties and stuff as easily. The secondary, though, even at the college level, I don't know if DBs are going to be able to just bring him down, particularly if they don't bring their pads with them. It's going to be very difficult for them to deal with that. Linebackers at the next level will probably do a lot better, bring him down than they do in high school right now, but it's the style of running that you're seeing. He is a very powerful back, especially once he puts his foot in the ground and gets going with that acceleration behind him. Another thing at the next level to watch for is that I expect his speed will be somewhat more limited than what you're going to see in his high school film that we're going to get into. In no ways does this mean he is slow, though. He's a very fast guy. He's probably a 4.5-ish 40 guy, which is very fast. It's just not the kind of guy who's going to burn you on a long sprinting type of run down the field. That's not his game. What you're going to see out of Robinson is quick bursts of extreme acceleration and then just massive and punishing power, especially at first contact and through the hole at the line of scrimmage. He immediately kind of reminds me of a guy like Ezekiel Elliott. Not to say that he's going to be that good or anything like that, but his style is somewhat similar to more of a raw Zeke, who's a little bit less explosive than Zeke at the top end, just as far as his raw speed and stuff. I don't expect him to run like a 4.3 40 or anything like that. But he's also a little bit bigger than Zeke, at least when Zeke was at this point in his career. And so I think he's going to be a little bit more powerful than him. But they run somewhat similar, and they remind me of each other. Or I guess he more reminds me of Zeke at this point in his career. He has lots of power. He's more of a quick burst guy rather than a downfield sprinter. But anyway, enough of me talking about him. Let's dive into his film. All right, so this run right here is a little outside run here from Robinson, and I think it's a great example of his burst, as well as his ability to make people miss an open space. Also, kind of you get a glimpse of the fact that his elite top-end speed just isn't quite there yet. So let's go ahead and roll it and see what we look at. There you go. You see him break off the outside. There's a broken tackle, showing a little, ability to run through arm tackles. Right there, good burst down the sideline, makes the guys miss, but you see he kind of got chased down right here. Let's roll back a little further. Right here, you can see him rolling right here, and then he just kind of gets chased down, but he makes a miss, so it ends up working out just fine anyway, no problem. All right, this next run here is a good example of, again, the burst and his ability to just shift and make people miss in the open field. He makes one cut right there, puts his foot in the ground, and takes off upfield, hits his head on the goalpost. Outstanding acceleration right there, and shows that he does still have good quality speed. This one is just a filthy run right here. This run, he absolutely just runs through people, breaks through arm tackles, carries him into the end zone. Absolutely embarrassing. Let's get another look at that run there. All right, you can see him here. He breaks off down the sideline, and you can just see 1, 2 right there, 3, and then fourth guy goes to get him, and he just drags him into the end zone. That's what you're going to see a lot of from him at the next level, I feel like. He can just run through arm tackles, drag people up and down the field. He is absolutely vicious when it comes to just his physicality at the point of contact. Right, this next one here, you're going to see a nice example of him again, shifting in the backfield, making people miss, and then he runs through 2 or 3 arm tackles. And one thing I want to point out here that it may not be so obvious, his burst right there, that burst where he just makes those guys miss out of nowhere. It looks like they're on him. So he makes these guys miss, and then it looks like these guys have him, and he just bursts out of nowhere. That's outstanding. That's great acceleration for him. All right, this run is another one where you just see him accelerate through a hole, break through 2, 3 tackles, and then just keep going, throws a stiff arm, breaks through another arm tackle. That acceleration that he gets going so fast, he can just hit a hole and break loose, and then he just rips through arm tackles left and right. Incredibly difficult to bring a guy like this down. Very excited to see how well that carries over the next level. I think it's going to be his bread and butter, is just his ability to burst, hit a hole, and just run through people's arm tackles. All right, here we get a good example of him again, being a little shifty, a little patient, and then burst. Break 2 tackles, drag a man down the field, 3, 4 tackles there, 5, 6, 7 tackles right there. It took 7 guys to bring him down on this play. We need to run this one back again. Look at him. Here's your first cut. Makes 1 guy miss. 2, 3, 4. Drags the 5th guy, runs through the 6, takes the 7, actually 8, and then even 9 guys hit him. Outstanding run right there. Absolutely outstanding run. It shows everything you're looking for in a back like that. It shows great burst to outrun some people on the sideline. It shows a good one-cut shift move. And then he drags a man who outweighs him down the field, runs through people at the second level. Now, again, this is high school, so a lot of these guys aren't even going to be playing college, especially not at the Power 5 level. But it still shows the style of running that he has, and it shows how physically dominant he can be at the next level, especially once you get into an SEC weight room. He's going to be absolutely vicious. Here you see him catch a ball out of the backfield, put the foot in the ground, make a dude miss. Outstanding. Now, I don't expect him to be used a lot as a receiving threat at the next level, but you see there he has that ability, and when he catches the ball, plants that one foot in the ground and cuts up upfield, makes the other dude look silly. Outstanding job from Robinson there. Here we get a nice inside zone look, and you see him, the acceleration at the beginning. He just breaks through. Now, he gets chased down at the back end, but right here, you just see it. He's got a little crease, and he just accelerates right through the hole, gets chased down here, runs physical, though, gets an extra 5 or so yards after contact. Again, that is what he's going to do. The acceleration through a hole, bust off, a quick 10, 15 yards, and then is an absolute problem for the guys in the secondary to bring down. But he also has a little shiftiness to his game that we've seen so far as well. So it's very, very well-built, well-rounded back from what I'm seeing in his high school highlights here. This is another good look here. Right through the hole, drags people into the end zone, comes out up top. Again, it's easy to see his power on display right here. Right? It's easy to tell how strong he is when he runs through this. But the burst that he has to get through that hole to begin with, that is where he's really elite, I think. And again here, you see, hole opens up, bursts through the hole, breaks a tackle, but he's almost untouched here. Outstanding acceleration from him. Here we get Robinson again. He's got a little power run for him this time. Sees a hole to the outside, bursts through it, throws a nice stiff arm, and then just runs through arm tackles at the next level because those guys aren't going to be able to bring him down. If he can get to the second and third levels of your defense, good luck tackling him. He is an absolute problem to bring down at that point. All right, you get Robinson again inside. Makes one cut, makes a guy miss, runs through 2 more arm tackles. The same thing. You're seeing the same sort of runs over and over again. That acceleration bursts through the hole. Here he makes a guy miss in the backfield, and then again, bursts through the hole. You see him accelerate, right? He's not outrunning these guys, but he makes a miss. He runs through a couple arm tackles. Outstanding run. So this next one is a fake punt, so it's kind of hard to tell, but he is in the up back spot here on the fake punt. He'll catch it and then wheel around up to the left side. He breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles, and then you see him accelerate, beat the guy to the edge, make a man miss, and he's gone, right? Again, running through arm tackles, accelerating to a point, and just he's so difficult to bring down once he gets up to speed. You have to slow him down in the backfield, but he's way more agile than a lot of these defensive linemen are. We'll see how well that carries over at the college level, but in the high school ranks, it is just filthy. All right, here he goes. Nice spin move on the guy there. Runs through 2 guys and then gets good yards after contact for him. Here, same sort of thing. Burst through a hole, take off down the sideline. It's the acceleration, man. It's the acceleration for him. Rounding the corner here, accelerates, runs through a corner, through both of his safeties. Let's get another look at this one. You can see him rounds this corner, and then there's the burst right there. And he turns up, and that corner has no chance of bringing him down. If there's not a sideline there, he might still be going. Absolutely vicious when he gets to the next level. Same run here, same exact play. Makes guy miss, makes 2 guys miss, runs 3 guys, running through arm tackles. That's going to carry over to the next level. You're not going to be able to arm tackle this dude, especially the secondary. Here, puts his foot in the ground, burst, miss, miss, miss. Yeah, right there. Nobody wants any part of bringing a guy like this down. He is an absolute problem to bring down. Here we get a little toss play, get him lead, sees the hole, right? A lot of people, when they get to right here, they will want to go outside. They'll want to try to make a little cut, want to juke around. He sees this inside hole with the end zone, plants his foot in the ground, plants his left foot in the ground, and just drives through it. Pure acceleration. He knows he's strong enough once he gets that acceleration going. Nobody's going to be able to just stop him dead. And that's exactly what you see. Puts the foot in the ground, turns upfield, runs through 3 guys, touchdown. Another one cut in the backfield, foot in the ground, accelerates, and this time you see him really start to tear off and pull away from people. Again, at the high school level, he can do that. I don't know about it at the college level. Same exact type of thing here. You give him a little crease, he accelerates through the hole, breaks an arm tackle, and he's gone. And so that's what you're going to see from Branson Robinson. I think it's very obvious that the acceleration is his main aspect of his game, along with his power and his ability to just run through arm tackles at the next level of the defense. All right, so that'll do it for covering Robinson's film. I hope you guys really got to see the kind of ball carrier that he can be at the next level and learned a little bit more about his play style and what you should and shouldn't expect to see from him in college at Georgia. I don't expect him to just walk in and start day one by any means at Georgia. They're way too loaded at running back. They have guys like Kendall Milton, who's an absolute stud. He's going to take over, I think, next year. Kenny McIntosh as well. But he could really get into the rotation as a freshman, and then where he's going to thrive is going into next season. I think he'll really be able to start to put more of a stranglehold on that running back spot. Regardless, though, if you've made it this far into the video, go ahead and leave a like because it does help me out tremendously, and subscribe to the channel for more college football content in the future, as I will continue to upload very regularly going forward. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.